We come to you live on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by the pride of Plainfield, New Jersey. He was born to run the fast break. It's Jay Williams.
Dishing the ball left, dishing the ball. All right, making the right play at the right time, because that's what guards from Plainfield, New Jersey do. Let's see what they do on the court this evening.
It's time to hoop it up. We are ready to go. Goes reverse to lay it in. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Fakes, drives to the rim, and scores.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Count the basket inside.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Bad pass there. Clippers have it.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
Jay, upon scanning this Clippers roster, there are a lot of guards for Doc Rivers to work with.
Yeah, they have a plethora of guards, and if I'm this team and if I'm Doc Rivers, I'm thinking about how do I throw as many guards at you as possible, because Doc wants to get another guard in there to apply the same pressure. They should be the new modern-day Detroit Pistons with the style they play defensively.
Nothing going here on that drive. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Clippers have the basketball. Strong finish for Paul George.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Into the front court, it's Walker. 5-point game. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
I'll look out for that same move on the next possession, though.
To Leonard. And finishes strong.
You never want to leave anything to chance when you attack the rim. You finish strong every time you head him.
Walker into the front court. Down 5. Trying to cash in. Gets a look. Can't hit. Oh, working hard there. Collects the rebound and gets it back up for the slam.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
They'll get it down to Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Walker, great feed. Oh, he had him there for a second. Goes to the right side. From long range, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Great shot by the offense, but the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
To Paul George. And a pass stolen by Boston. To Kemba Walker. Tatum. Yes. Or in the case of the defense, not good.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Paul George at the line for 2 shots. A career 84% free throw shooter. And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Walker with the basketball. Down a point. Nothing going here on that drive. The pass taken away by the Clippers. Here's Leonard for two. Kawhi Leonard. That's now 4. He hasn't missed.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Kawhi Leonard with the block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity.
Oh, he got there.
That's great hustle getting back on D.
And count the basket.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Walker to Cantor. Now ready with a couple of free throws.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
Knocks down the first. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
In the paint, you need to finish, just like that.
And finally, play is stopped on the tie-up. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. 17-footer at the buzzer. Wide open. Too easy. You can't give him that look. We're through one at Staples Center with the Clippers on top. Jay and I back with more after this. It's NBA Monday on EA Sports. The shooting in that first quarter was white hot. It's got to be hard to think these teams can keep up that pace in the second.
I don't know if I'm watching an all-star game or a regular season game, because I'm telling you right now, Ed, if it was the regular season, which it is, by the way, you probably want to see some teams play some defense.
George. Paul George. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the 3.
Knocked loose. Clippers have it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Beverly. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk. Jay, we're seeing more of the same to start the second.
It's called settle for more. Just because a defender gives you space doesn't mean that you need to take the jump shot. Keep attacking the rim. It will open up eventually.
To Jaylen Brown. Boston with 4 to shoot. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Ruling is there was intent. It's an intentional foul.
Maybe a message was being sent there. I'm just not too sure what it was.
George hits it, and the foul. And a chance now at a 4-point play.
The defender cannot be caught with his hand staying in the cookie jar. What I mean, contesting that pocket. You have to keep that hand going in and out, going in and out. Keep the offensive player thinking about where your hands are at all times.
Cantor to Jaylen Brown. For 3. He buries it.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
To George. Has a chance. Paul George. He's now 5 for 6.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next-level elite PG. No doubt about it, this year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
Ivica Zubac swats it. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Clippers. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups.
Los Angeles, number 20.
Here's a chance from long range and drains it.
I don't know how he saw his man out in the cut like that, but that was nice.
George, good for three. Celtics have it. Paul George sends it away.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Throws it down.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. To Cantor. And it's Cantor. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
The okie doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
George to Beverly. Shemi Ojale sends it away.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Oh, they called the foul.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Walker to Hayward. And he'll go to the foul line.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Gordon Hayward, a couple of free throws on the way. Shooting 50%, some yes, some no, in this contest. Able to convert on both free throws. To Paul George. Knocked loose. Celtics have it. Walker. To Hayward. Gets to the basket, but it's no good. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The results, he's going to the line.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
And he makes them both. Paul George, down low for Leonard. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Count the basket at the rim.
You know, Ed, so many times we see people flexing on social media in the offseason, but they rarely put in the work, the substance. Not Jaylen Brown. This dude's been putting in the grind every single day in the gym. He's ready.
Walker. Bad pass there. Clippers have it. A big finish at the rim.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Easy path to the rim. Oh, emphatic slam. Now Brad Stevens calls a timeout. He'll try to design something here for the final possession of the half. to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. First half in the books. The Clippers have the lead.
Number 37.
All set to go here in the second half. The third quarter is underway. LA Clippers with the basketball. George shakes free and hits.
And this squad just continues to light it up from long range. One of the things I learned about teams like this, teams that fall in love with a three-point shot, as quickly as they built the lead, is as quickly as they can lose it if they're over-reliant on the three-point shot.
Give it to him. Kemba Walker. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
And Kemba Walker, muscle memory put to good use there.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Even to Zubac. Tips it.
That kid can block out the sun, man.
And finishes strong.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
The assist from number 20.
And Jay, they call the foul.
A simple touch foul.
Number 2, Kawhi Leonard. That's his 4th personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Shot by Tatum won't fall.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Pass taken away by the Celtics. Sets him up. Throws it down off the alley-oop pass. Jay, that's a strong connection.
And it's always about the play before the play. Look how the eyesight was able to connect between two players. We call that an eyesight contract, because when you have a contract that's signed, sealed, and then delivered like that, that's how great plays are made.
Scores from the post.
There you go, finally. Shoot your shot.
Gets it to go. Someone clearly missed their rotation.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. Beverly to George. Kemba Walker rejects it. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Kemba Walker. Time to shuffle things up.
Number 37, Jimmy Ogilvy.
George, how's this for a hot start? He's 5 of 5 from three-point range.
And I get mesmerized every time I watch him shoot. Great release, up and down, comes down in the same spot every time.
Here comes the screen. Over to the right side. Oh, had him going there for a second. Nothing going here on that drive. Has a look. Hayward with a shot, no good. George. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Timeout Boston as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Changes coming from both sides right now. Across the timeline, it's Walker. The deficit now up to a dozen. To Jaylen Brown. Oh, he had him there for a second. Brown to the basket, but his shot won't fall. Williams into the front court. Up a dozen. He throws it down.
See, Ed, that's what I love. You don't need to conserve your energy. You attack that rim with ferocity. You always set the tone.
Into the front court, it's Walker. He'll run the offense. Tatum. And he buries it.
Man, not again. Please, don't do him like that.
Beverly into the front court. It's an 11-point game. Kemba Walker able to recover with the block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Leonard to Paul George. LA with 4 to shoot. PG lets it fly. Jumper's good.
This is where I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Hayward unable to connect.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Knocked loose. Celtics come away with it. Kawhi Leonard pins it.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Footer at the buzzer. That'll do it. Third quarter complete. And a nice advantage right now for the Clippers. It's the Celtics with the ball as we start this fourth quarter. And they're not totally out of it just yet, but you'd have to say they have lots of work to do to get back in this game.
They probably have to put together some kind of 10-0 run to get back in this ball game, but this is when an opportunity has a chance to become magical. I've been part of it, and I've seen it happen so many different times. Just because a team has been dominating you the last couple of quarters doesn't mean that you can't start believing in yourself, that you can do anything you want to do on the court at any given time. You watch, once you start to believe, you'll get back in this game.
Trying to cash in, it goes down. He improvises and scores.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
And they call it.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Beyond the arc for 3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Defense, do the math. You force him to take tough twos, you'll probably have a better chance to win this game if you can slow down the pace.
And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
First try, no good. Second one goes. It's a 1 of 2 trip. To Williams. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Oh, a whistle.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
New personnel on the floor for Doc Rivers.
Team foul number 2.
Leonard buries the trifecta.
Don't seem shocked. This is how the game is played these days. Shooting a three is like shooting a layup.
Walker into the front court. Down a bundle. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Walker to Hayward. Shot clock winding down. Count the basket. He's feeling good. Defense has to get him out of his comfort zone.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
A drive to the basket, but it somehow stays out. And the rebound grabbed by the Clippers.
Make it hard on him.
Leonard. Fires the 3, and Kawhi Leonard buries the 3 with a hand in his face.
And the three-point shot of the offense applies so much pressure on the defense, you can no longer build your teams inside out. The new way, you build your team outside in.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Number 7, Jaylen Brown. Stepping in for the Clippers, number 13.
George. That breaks the streak after 5 straight makes. It's no good. To Jaylen Brown. Got it.
He was so wide open. Pretty much looked like a deer staring into the headlights. Last resort, but still, points on the board.
Paul George to Leonard. Has a chance? Yes. And the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Give it to him. Kemba Walker. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
Well, here's something that all the great ones do. What first half? This is another first half. This is another half of basketball. That one that just happened is no longer. I can only focus on the now. If you're able to take your mind to this place, all of a sudden it helps you recalibrate.
To George. Gets it in the right corner. Oh, bad pass, and the Celtics have it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Walker to Jaylen Brown. Curling inside. Driving right to the basket. A drive by Brown, but he can't finish. To Paul George. To Leonard. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. I don't know, Jay. They have a big lead. This game is just about over. You might not make many friends on the other side with that 3.
I don't want to hear that generic coaching speak about dwindle down the shot clock, use the clock is your friend. No, if you have a chance to beat him by 50, beat him by 50. If you want to beat him by 100, keep shooting more 3s.
Timeout called here by the Clippers. High fives all around. This game is well in hand in the final minute. Time for some new personnel into the game. Leonard to George. Going to launch beyond the arc. Oh, he just continues to pour it in from downtown. He's 6 of 7 from 3.
This is probably the time that you adjust your defense, maybe play some zone, maybe a box someone, or maybe just double team him.
Screen coming your way, screen coming your way.
Walker. And it's Leonard there to clear the rebound.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Fires the three and knocks it down.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Leonard. Oh, he's been on target from downtown, Jay. He's 5 of 7 from 3.
Yeah, he's been able to knock down those shots by having great spacing on the floor. His teammates deserve the credit as much as he does.
It's the Clippers who come away with the victory as they cruise to win a game that was never really in doubt. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.